Hello everyone, I hope you're taking it easy and your day's been great thus far. For this video we'll be going through unboxing of the high grade 12144 Gundam, I'm pronouncing it as Pharact. And once again, general disclaimer, I actually haven't caught up on which from Mercury yet, so yes, hence why I'm pronouncing it as Pharact. And this particular mobile suit is from the Witch from Mercury series, which has pretty much just concluded its first quote-unquote Season 1 first arc. And this kit was released this year. No, I take that back. It's no longer this year. This kit was released last year. Last year being 2022. Now I grabbed this kit from my favorite retailer, HobbyLink Japan, so I'll have a link to the Pharact as well as other Witch from Mercury kits in the description below. So I've had a small shipment of goodies come through from HobbyLink, so I will do some unboxings in the upcoming days, probably sprinkle it in between some other content like some of the new LEGO releases, just to keep things a little bit interesting. So here we have the front of the box of the Gundam Pharact. I quite like the look of it. I have no idea what the backstory is yet, because as I mentioned, I am a little bit behind. But in saying that, I've got a little bit of time to catch up because second season's probably not out for a few months. Definitely digging the look, and no doubt based on some of these it'll have some type of I've suddenly lost the name, little bit system. Anyway, moving along. Bottom of the box, so wide shot of that. So we have a nice image of the Pharact trying to recreate the front cover, which I think is quite cool. Otherwise we have a series of action shots as well as a bit of a description of its included weapons, some accessories, and there will be Gundam bits for the Pharact. And it does actually even suggest the use of the Mercury weapon display base, which is sold separately. And then lastly, just a unpainted shot of the Pharact pretty much straight out of the box, and actually it doesn't look that bad, and it looks like it will have a very black plastic, although some of these images suggest that it may be very dark blue. Very confusing as always. Top of the box, just the usual front and rear, quick shot of the pilot and the Witch from Mercury. Inside the box, 1, 2, 3 bags of runners and the manual. I'll do the usual and then we can have a better look at everything that is inside. And with everything out of the box, front of the manual with a nice larger image of the Pharact front and center. We do have a few sentences, I assume, about the Pharact. It's actually in very small print and doesn't help that the camera's not zooming in either. Will that help? Yes. Albeit a bit violent. We do have a nice little blurb about the pilot as well. So that's the front of the manual. This is also number 7 in the line. Back of the manual, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel images are getting smaller and smaller. Granted, the manual is slightly smaller, but maybe it's just me. Most of these images we have seen from the box. There's a nice little example of the gun bits in the display base, and then some of the various weapons that the Pharact can use. Nice little line art and the color guide. So we're looking at a bluey grey for a few pieces, bit of white, yellow, red, and light grey. Quick look at the parts lists. Decent sized runners, which is good, and there will be a sticker sheet, and Witch from Mercury continues the theme of building without polycaps, which is actually kind of cool. Otherwise, won't spend too much time on this, but the build looks pretty stock standard. Definitely nothing too unusual looking. Although, maybe it was just me. Just looking at the way that the feet were broken down, just felt like it actually did a literal parts back there. Which I guess it kind of does, but maybe it's just me in the way that they've done it. Yeah, so pretty much builds the usual stock standard way, and then the last bits, and we'll go through the accessories and things like that. That's pretty cool. So that was the manual. We do have a included sticker sheet, nice and small, so just some red detailing and that one piece, or one sticker for somewhere else. That's not too bad. It's always nice to see small sticker sheets. As for the runners, multicolor A runner, we have good degree of white, the yellow, the red, and we do have what I believe, I was going to say clear, but when I put my hand behind them, it feels like it could be more of a smoky clear. Either way, they are clear pieces. So that's the A runner. We have two B runners, a B1 and a B2. Basically, I can make a safe deduction that they were all part of a larger B runner at some point in time. Now, unfortunately, they look terrible on the camera because they're blending in with the cutting board. So this is that bluey grey that the color guide suggests. So that's B1. Once again, apologies, a bit hard to see. And then B2. C runner, also in that bluey grey. Still looks pretty nice. There are some nice detailing options here and there, but nothing too heavy, which isn't too bad. Moving into some colours that we can probably see a bit better. The light grey with the D runner, so probably a lot of the joints, and I can imagine these are the relevant Gundam bits, which is pretty cool. And they do actually have a little bit of detailing them as well. And the last runner is runner E, still in that light grey. Still looking at some of the joints. And we do have a open hand as well as the two closed hands there on the runner. That's cool. And very lastly, we have a SB13 in the usual fluoro translucent green. If it ever comes into focus. Which probably won't, because it's probably looking at all the random white lines behind it. But there you go. But to be honest, once you've seen one SB13, you've seen them all. And that's the round ends, not the flat ones. So that brings us to the end of the unboxing of the high-grade 1-144 Gundam Pharact. Looks like a very interesting kit to build. I think quite possibly it could be one of my bigger preferences because the panel lining doesn't seem to be as copious as some of the other kits. Thank you very much for watching this video. Feel free to leave a like, a comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. All of this does help support the channel and I do greatly appreciate it. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account, which is the same handle as my YouTube channel. And I will also have the product links to the Pharact and other Witcher Mercury kits and items over at HobbyLink Japan. Stay safe and take care, and I will catch you in a future video. See ya.